Fellow hobbyists, collectors, and prey heads alike, I want to welcome you to my channel. I know it's been a while, but I'm your host, Glennon Taylor, and we take a look at anything underneath the Predator franchise, because this is Predator Collectibles, where again we take a look at action figures, comic book statues, prop replicas, anything that is in fact collectible underneath the Predator licensing. And I know it's been a while, but today happens to be Free Comic Book Day, and I also got something really cool from CGC, and I'll make sure hopefully that you'll stick around to the end of the video for an unboxing from a CGC comic that I got slabbed with a Free Comic Book Day label. You probably already know it based upon the thumbnail in which you clicked on for the video, but what I'm really excited and stoked about is that I'm here at Surprise Comics. Now, if you are in fact a comic book Predator collector aficionado such as myself, based on this image you're looking now on your screen, this is a Surprise Comics exclusive Archie versus Predator done by the artist known as Rak, R-A-K, and he done this exclusively for, again, Surprise Comics. Like I said, I'm physically here at the store, which is kind of funny. You wouldn't even notice that it's Surprise Comics because it just says comics on the top of the building. But it is Free Comic Book Day. A lot of people are actually kind of already waiting in line to get in, so I guess I'm gonna stop yapping, and I hope you enjoy the video. I want to see what they have for a pred head like me. And if you've already seen my video, a lot of my comic books that I had storage in my storage facility got stolen, and I'll leave that video up here in the upper right hand corner for you to view, about just my attitude towards collecting now versus what it was then. But I'm a hunter, always will be, and I just gotta hunt down for more of what was stolen and try to get back in my collection, possibly even get newer comic books that are Predator related from Marvel, now that Marvel has the licensing. But again, I'm just super excited. I apologize. Like I said, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. Let's get in here, get some free comic books and some Predator comics as well, and let's see what they have. Okay, so I just came out of Surprise Comics, and wow, that was a lot busier than I thought, but I succeeded in getting the Surprise Comics exclusive Archie vs. Predator #2. Again, you can only get this comic at Surprise Comics. They also do it online. I tried doing it online at the time when I knew that my storage facility was stolen. They didn't have any more, so I'm very happy the fact that I was able to get that back into my collection, and I'm going to try to get back into all the comic books and the grails, the many variant covers that Archie vs. Predator had. That includes the Phantom variant, the 4-color grails variant, the Ashcan, the Books A Million variant, the la-da-da-da-da, just a lot of them. But I'm going to head over to another comic book store just to get that hunting, because this was a success. It really, honest to God, was, and I'm very happy, and I now got that blood pumping. I want to keep on hunting, and I just want to see what other comic books I can possibly get here on Free Comic Book Day. So let's go to another comic book store that's actually a little bit closer to home. This one was a little bit farther out, about 30-minute drive. So again, stick with me here, and let's see what the other comic book store has to offer. All right, so I just came out of Jesse James Comics. Unfortunately, he had a lot of really good sales going on, $1 bins, a lot of sets that he was selling. I do know Jesse from the time of me being here. Unfortunately, what was hoping, if you'll notice, I was going through the Sergeant Rock series, and what I was really hoping to find was Sergeant Rock number 408. And if you are, again, a Predator fan, you happen to realize that Sergeant Rock number 408 is the exact same comic book that Shane Black, who plays Hawkins, is holding that exact same comic book at the very end credit scene of the 1987 film Predator. Luckily, I already have 2 copies of Sergeant Rock number 408. I was just hoping to find a third. That was a better condition comic. I probably, with the 2 copies that I have, will have to get them cleaned up, pressed, just so they can get a better grade. I do plan on getting them graded, and then whatever is the highest grade of the 2, I will keep one and possibly give one away here on my channel. So that's just an idea. Leave your comments down below if you want to, by chance, see if that's something you'd like to add to your collection of the Sergeant Rock number 408. Again, it is a comic book that Shane Black was holding at the very end credit scene as Hawkins. So I'm done for the day, but I'm gonna go home, show off that, again, CGC comic that I got graded. And all right, so I'm home, and I changed into a much more better shirt, just because my Free Comic Book Day shirt is a special one. It's the only one I have. I don't know how or if I can get another one. So as of this point, Free Comic Book Day is kind of done for me. I was kind of somewhat a little disappointed at Jesse James Comics. I couldn't find a Sergeant Rock 408, but that's perfectly fine. I'm very, very happy with Surprise Comics, and was able to get back the Archie vs. Predator exclusive that they have directly, again, from Surprise. Now, this is where I have a little bit of a story behind the next item I'm about to show you, and the reason why I'm sure you clicked on this video. So I submitted this particular comic book, and it is indeed the Free Comic Book Day Aliens and Predator front and back covers that was released back in May of 2009. So this particular book is a 15-year-old book, and they announced, CGC was that going to give away, I'm sorry, not really give away, but to give all Free Comic Book Day slabbed comics graded by CGC a Free Comic Book Day label. And that's exactly the sample label that you're looking at right now. And I couldn't pass up that opportunity, and I submitted my Free Comic Book Day Predator comic, and I kind of did a little bit something different. As everyone knows, whoever has the comic, the alien is on the front of the cover, and it has the Free Comic Book Day logo, and the Predator is on the back. Well, I asked, and not really implied, but I did inquire to CGC, can you put the Predator on the front where the label is actually showing the grade and all the information behind it? And they did exactly that. So this is the Free Comic Book Day Predator, came back as a 9.4 with the Free Comic Book Day label, and I think that's pretty sweet, and I like that a lot. Sorry for the autofocus, and because I would put in a manual, but my camera does that kind of stuff. But anyway, let's see if I can focus. I'm sorry. There we go. So yeah, Free Comic Book Day label with a 9.4 grading, and there's my serial number attached to it. So with the particular story behind this comic book, and again, the reason I got a 9.4 is because it's 15 years old, number one, and number two, there is some stress on the spine where there's some cracking that breaks the color. So if anyone who doesn't know anything about grading comics, you usually start off at a 10, and then depending upon the defectiveness of the comic, it actually will go down in grade. As soon as mine showed any of the stress in the spine, where instead of it being cracked or any of the white lines that are showing, that indicates that the cracks are breaking the color on the comic, because that's not how, again, it was manufactured or printed out from Dark Horse Comics. It'll automatically go from a 10 to a 9.4. But apparently CGC's census, and I'll put it up here on the screen as you're looking at now, there's only been 3 universally graded Free Comic Book Day Predator and Alien comics. So mine, out of the 3, happens to come with the Free Comic Book Day label. 10 days before today, Free Comic Book Day, Free Comic Book Day as a Facebook social media page showed off my comic book. So I was actually going to unbox this and see what the grade was for you and myself. But Free Comic Book Day kind of spoiled it. Nothing against them, and I'm very, very happy to hear that Free Comic Book Day used my comic book to announce Free Comic Book Day. Here's an example of the comic books that you can get graded with the Free Comic Book Day label from CGC. I'm really, really happy to know as a YouTuber that I get that kind of exposure as well as my comic book. Very, very happy about it. But at the same time, my emotions are I'm disappointed because I didn't know what my grade was. I was going to wait until today to open it, and Free Comic Book Day kind of spoiled it. But neither here nor there. CGC, 3 days after the fact, on April 27th at 8 a.m., if you are a subscriber to the CGC emails, they also, CGC, gave my book in that email blast. So again, if you are a email newsletter subscriber to CGC about all their announcements, their private signings that they do in-house for really cool private signings for celebrities and comic book celebrities and the like, they also announced on April 27th at 8 a.m. my comic book about what you can get when you get that Free Comic Book Day label. So yes, you can, because here's the back of it. And there's, of course, the Free Comic Book Day logo, and this is the front of the aliens. But I asked CGC to go ahead and put the Predator on the front with 9.4. So I can, and you can do it as well, depending upon the book that you're wanting to have graded and slabbed. Technically, this is the back of the cover, and I wanted the back of the cover to show because this is Predator Collectibles on my channel, and I really wanted to show all the information and my grade with the Predator logo facing forward. So again, I'm really excited and happy to have a 15-year-old book for Free Comic Book Day that it was able to get graded. It would qualify for the Free Comic Book Day label. And again, I'm a little disappointed that they announced my grade early before I knew, but it's not their fault. They probably assumed that I already had opened it. But, you know, I really kind of wish they would have asked, since that is my book and my serial number, to use it for marketing purposes. But I don't know what the legal standpoint of that. I don't personally care. It is what it is. It's, you know, collaborative efforts. I'm showing off my book, hoping that if you have a Free Comic Book Day book that you want to get slabbed and encapsulated by CGC with the Free Comic Book Day label, I do highly recommend it. And again, I just hope that you understand that Free Comic Book Day was not a letdown. I did get my Archie vs. Predator back in my collection since it was stolen, and everything else that has happened with my collection, but I'm just hoping to get most of that back. So I want to thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed your Free Comic Book Day. Leave a comment down below about what comic books that you were excited about. What did you get on Free Comic Book Day today? And is anything else? Happy hunting and enjoy the rest of your day.